Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. Today, we're going to kick off a new three-part series that we're calling Hijacked: How Modern Movements Went from Justice to Narcissism. This episode is called The Pattern of the Hijack. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it down like a tactical exposure of how good ideas most times get corrupted by ego, identity politics, and the social media dopamine drip. We're going in. Here's where it all begins. A real problem every hijack movement begins with is something true. Someone is overlooked, someone is marginalized, someone is hurt or forgotten. Maybe a real injustice exists. It could be women's suffrage, it could be civil rights, people with disabilities, or even the early messaging behind the body positivity movement. Stop shaming people for existing. Fair enough. Fair enough. But the tragedy is that movements with legitimate roots often follow a very predictable downward arc. They start with truth, they gain momentum, they get infiltrated by narcissists, they become moral theater. They collapse into chaos or get absorbed by corporate marketing. So, what's the common thread? The mission gets replaced with performance. The cause becomes the costume. So how do these hijacks happen? Well, through the psychological backdoor, personal insecurity that seeks validation instead of justice. Let's be real. Many of the loudest voices in modern activism aren't looking for change. They're looking for attention. They're looking for affirmation. And they're looking for power. Not to lift others, but to center themselves. Here's how it plays out. You don't see me. You're hurting me. You must validate me, or you are violent. If you say, I'm not interested, they cry oppression. Disinterest is rebranded as hate. Here's the secret sauce. In our modern culture, victimhood equals currency. Victimhood means instant credibility. Victimhood means a platform. Victimhood means a moral high ground you didn't have to earn. So this leads to a bizarre inversion. I'm brave because I'm fat. I'm powerful because I'm trans. I'm wise because I'm angry. That's not that's not empowerment. It's marketing. It's not about rights. It's about image. And guess who profits most? Not the people in pain, the influencers. It's the corporations and it's the politicians who build brands on perpetual grievance. And what happens along the way, there is the loss of mission clarity. Movements like feminism, civil rights, the LGBTQ advocacy, body acceptance, climate activism, all started with some moral clarity. But many of them, if not all of them, now eat their own young. They chase clout. And they mistake hashtags for policy. The loudest voices demand celebration, not conversation. If you don't affirm, then you are an oppressor. If you ask questions, you are erasing someone. This isn't how adults operate. This is how narcissists throw tantrums. Okay, let's be honest here. Social media didn't just amplify movements, it distorted them. Real activism is slow, sacrificial, and often thankless. Online activism is fast, it's self serving, and it's often very shallow. So, in the real world, heroes bleed. Online, they pose. And when everyone can be a micro celebrity with a ring light and a grievance, we really stop solving problems and start performing them. This is why the same people yelling about justice can't tell you the last law they read or the last bill they proposed or the last person they helped. So what conservatives need to do is conservatives need to reclaim clarity. We call it out with clarity, not cruelty, with facts, not fear. Conservatives must reclaim the moral high ground by refusing to kneel to narcissism. That means separating real justice from fake victimhood, upholding principles, not performance, modeling dignity without needing to be noticed. Because when movements become about who's the loudest instead of what's right, they rot from the inside out. Our next episode is going to be when victimhood becomes currency. We're going deeper into how grievance became a hustle and who's cashing in on it. Until then, remember, justice doesn't need a brand, it just needs courage. Thanks for watching the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson.